Hey Kiss Army, it's me, Dr. Fuck, and it's 6:35 a.m. I just got home and I don't feel like sleeping. So I figured I'd make this video for a very special reason. Earlier today, I was speaking to a good friend of mine. His name is Mr. Bill Wang, who has a Facebook page called Kiss 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 and Hard Rock. It's a great page, Kiss fanatics there, and people that are on Facebook, you should join it. You should join my page too, Almosthuman56 Facebook page if you haven't. I'll leave all the links below. But in case you're not on Facebook, if you're too cool to be on Facebook, then I guess you won't be on it. But if you do join Facebook just to join our pages, come and join us uncool people, because you're too cool. And we need cool people. Anyway, he made it obvious to me, or he told me, I'm not editing none of this, okay? It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm going to record this and just upload it. He said that, oh man, the first time I saw one of your Kiss videos was back in 2007. And I was like, wow. So I went to go on my Kiss page now, and I did go see what was my very first upload, and it was June of 2007, which means it's been 10 years that the Almost Human YouTube channel has been up. And wow, and I'm so proud. And look at how far I've come. Now, look at these numbers. I got over 4,000 subscribers, and man, just like 5 months ago, I think we just hit 4 million. Look, it's over 4.5 million now. What is that, 4,600? 4,600,000? So there you go. So since this is about the Almost Human channel, I'm going to talk about me for a change, because I'm always talking about, Kiss and stuff. I never talk about me. So I'm going to talk about me and how this all transpired, how this whole thing started. One day I was on the computer checking out YouTube, and I saw people doing album reviews, and my favorite band of all time is Black Sabbath. So, basically people back then, what I saw was just videos just like this. Just a guy reviewing a record. And, he would say, I like this song, I like that song. So I say, let me since I make videos, I can do a review and then add videos and music and stuff. So I did that, and if you look at my very first review, the very first Black Sabbath review, I say on the review channel, that actual review, I say, if I only reach one person, it's worth it. I say it on that review. And man, little did I know, what would happen after that. And I may not be like, a big YouTube star, sensation, whatever, but you would have no idea how many people have written me telling me, I started doing reviews because of you. And there's this one guy who didn't start doing reviews because of me, he just started doing reviews. But he did write me and say that I was somewhat inspired him in some small ways. And in my opinion, he's like the greatest YouTube reviewer I've ever seen. And I'll even give him a plug, man. His name is Razor Fist, and he reviews a lot of games and stuff, but I watch his metal reviews. It's called Metal Mythos, and this guy's amazing. And, when he told me that, I somewhat inspired some of it, because he wrote me back when he started doing reviews. And now he's huge. I mean, that guy blew me away, and I think he's way better than me. But just the fact that I inspired him and stuff like that, it's just amazing. I mean, I'm just a little lunkhead fucking fanboy, and I say what I feel like. My reviews are pretty much, I'm talking from the heart, and from the head, the little brains I have left, I mean, I just tell you my honest opinion. And I also want to bring up, somebody actually wrote me and asked me on Facebook if I worked for Gene and Paul, and that's hysterical. Why would Gene and Paul hire somebody like me that made like the video diluted? I mean, I think I'd be fired right away, No, I don't work for Gene and Paul. And, you know, I love Ace Frehley, but, you know, I don't praise everything he's ever done. And that just shows you, I'm just going to tell you exactly, you know, a fan's point of view, you know, in my opinion. It's not popular to a lot of people. A lot of people disagree with me. But fortunately for me, 99.7 people that leave me comments and are all positive, even though people that disagree with me are positive. They say, I may not disagree with you, but I enjoy watching your reviews. So there you go, you know, that's amazing. And another thing about me is I'm going to be playing New York March 18th at a club called Blackthorn 51 in Queens, New York. So if anybody lives in New York, man, please come out. That'd be great, you know. Come up and say, hey, man, I'm here because I saw your Almost Human review. That'd be awesome. I'd love to meet you and talk Kiss. I'll also be in Vegas in August to see a show. My parents are always bothering me because they're always going to Vegas. When are you going to Vegas with us again? So I found an excuse. I'm going to go see a show there, but I'll be there. Man, I can't remember now. I know it's in August. Just remind me, if you live in Vegas, you don't have to go to the show. I'm going to be partying in Vegas around, and I love to meet some Kiss fans over there and shoot the shit, you know? And what else do I want to talk about? My band Thrash or Die, come see us. We're fun, you know? I mean, it's kind of like what you see on my reviews. It's very, it's unscripted. I don't go up on stage and have no idea what I'm going to say. Just like on my reviews. I mean, I know what I'm going to say on my reviews, and sometimes I take notes, but boy, there's no notes on Thrash or Die. It's much more bizarre because I am kind of a lunatic on stage, but you know, I'm very crowd interactive. I love to interact with the crowd at shows, and I've never seen anybody complain about our shows. They really like the band, and you know, so it's fun, you know. I mean, I don't go up there going, people, I was talking to somebody backstage before. I know I'm goofing on Paul, and I goof on Paul a lot, but you know what? Yesterday was Paul Stanley's birthday, and I just want to say something that I should say. Paul Stanley, I feel, is a musical genius. And I know some of you are thinking, musical genius? I mean, he writes songs that are like simplistic and juvenile. Well, I'm simplistic and juvenile. I mean, here's the deal. I mean, I live here. This is a condominium in South Beach. It's not cheap living here, but it's not a huge condominium, but nice sized bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, dining room, a nice sized living room. And how do I do this? By living alone? I work hard. I do a lot of stuff. You know, I have a job, and there's a lot involved, and a lot of that's involved to do it is grown-up stuff. So when I'm not doing that and I'm working, I'm hanging out with my friends, or if I'm doing my band stuff, I'm pretty much decompressing, you know, and become juvenile and simplistic. And even now that I'm alone, and it's very rare I'm alone, you know, usually when I'm alone, I'll sit here and make videos for YouTube. You know, whenever you see me put up YouTube, it's like one of those rare deals. I'm alone. A lot of people are like, hey man, you haven't put up a video in a while. It's because, you know, I'm usually hanging out with people. But I'm alone now, and where am I getting at? I'm not editing none of this out. Oh, Paul Stanley. Paul Stanley, he writes songs that I really identify with. I mean, look, Rolling Stone magazine praises Bob Dylan. Now, I can't stand Bob Dylan's voice, but there's some things he wrote. There was a girl once that turned me on to an unreleased song of his called To Make You Feel My Love. And the lyrics of that song, some of the greatest lyrics I ever heard. It's, I go hungry, I go black and blue. I'll go crawling down the avenue. There's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. And that, I was like, God, those are beautiful lyrics, you know? But then Paul Stanley writes stuff like, you know, how does that song go? Oh, fuck. I still love you when he says, tonight I'll dream away and you can still be mine, but I'm dreaming a lie. And it's so, oh my God, that it hits me just the same, you know? And I identify more than Paul Stanley and Bob Dylan, because Bob Dylan also writes songs like The Answer, My Friend, is Blowing in the Wind. You know, it's like, I don't really identify with that. I identify more with Put Your Hand in My Pocket and Grab Onto My Rocket, you know? Instead of like wind blowing, I feel, I identify with another type of blowing. From a female, of course. Anyway, so, you know, from the first album to all the way to Monster, man, I love from Strutter to Hell Hallelujah. You know, I love a lot in between, you know. Paul Stanley has written so many great songs. Come On and Love Me is one of my favorite songs ever. You know, it's so simplistic, but I just love it. And I'm not Capricorn or a Cancer. I'm Aquarius, but you know, I just love it. She's a dancer. I mean, I love just the whole vibe of that song. And you know, there's millions of other songs, A Million to One. I love that song, and I can go on and on. I can name songs from basically every Kiss album that Paul Stanley wrote that I absolutely love. And I think he's a genius, man, and that's a genius in my world. You know, I identify a lot with a lot of Paul Stanley songs, and I should mention this, you know, because you know I spend too much time talking about stupid politics and behind the shit, or goof on songs like Bang Bang You and Read My Body. That you know I know I praise Paul Stanley when I review an album and I talk about one of his songs. Magic Touch is another one I fucking love. So salute to Paul Stanley, man. I think he's a great fucking songwriter. I really do. I think he's written some great songs. And another great thing about Paul Stanley and Kiss, you know, which a lot of people frown upon, is how they chase trends. But man, just about every time they chase trends, I love it. Like, I know as a kid I didn't like I Was Made for Loving You, but fuck, I love it now. And that was them trying to be disco. You know, and they got a lot of shit from it. I loved Dynasty even back then, but I never liked that song. Now I do. I like when Paul tried disco, or did do disco. He didn't try, he did it. And then the next album had Shandy, a pop song. Loved it too. I loved that song too. And then he went more metal with Creatures of the Night. Loved it. Then as time went by, he went more hair metal, which I wasn't too crazy about, but I admit I liked All Night and Heaven's on Fire. I like those songs. And then they went grunge, and I love that song, Never Goes Away. Total grunge song. Loved it. You know, so I'm just saying, you know, with all these years and all these different trends come and go and different styles that Kiss has gone into, most of the time I'm right there. I guess the only stain was I really couldn't identify with a lot of the hair metal stuff, but you know, I still love, like, you know, a lot of the other weird stuff, like the stuff on The Elder. You know, I loved all that shit. You know, just I'm praising Paul Stanley, man. And what else do I want to talk about? You, that's still watching right now. I want to talk about you. I got a comment. Well, actually, you know, I'll save that for the Almost Eternal Idols. I got a really cool message from somebody there, but I'll make an Eternal Idols video about that person. And I hope you're part of that page, because it's a really good message I got in a comment. And I get a lot of good comments, man. There's so many people that leave such great comments on the Almost Human page, and it really does, you know, I'm flattered, man, and I really do appreciate that a lot of people watch my stuff and love it, and a lot of people laugh, and they find me funny, and they find me informative and all that shit, you know. So, and you know, and there's a lot of people out there that disagree with me, but they're respectful toward me. I love that, man. It's just a passion, man. It's just a passion of mine, a hobby, whatever you want to call it. I've been a big music fan all my life, you know, and I love talking about Kiss, Black Sabbath, Van Halen, Cheap Trick, you know, thrash metal, you name it, classic rock. I love it. I love a lot of that shit, and I hate a lot of stuff. But you know, you'll never see me do a review of a band I hate. You know, I'll do bands I love, and if I hate a song about them, I'm gonna have to say it. So you know, I'm not gonna sit here and not say how I feel. You know, it's like, oh, you know, maybe Gene and Paul will notice me, and you know, no, man. I mean, it'd be nice if they notice me, but I'm not doing that for that. I'm doing that to speak how I feel about everything. So this is my 10-year anniversary of Almost Human 56. It's been 10 years doing this. And, well, 10 years of this channel. Technically, I went to go see when I did my very first Black Sabbath review, and that was 2011. So I know I did the Kiss after that. So I've been doing Kiss reviews, I guess, for about 6 years now. And the community on the Facebook page and here on the YouTube page is fucking amazing. A lot of people, a lot of regulars that I always see commenting, and a lot of the regulars that are on my Facebook page, I'm a little more personal with them, and it's branched out. Now they, you know, it's because of my Black Sabbath review, the podcast is now happening, and a lot of people that are on the Almost Human channel listen to the podcast and let me know, you know, and it's the funniest thing. And you know, Ian, my co-host, tells me, man, a lot of our listeners from the Rock and Metal Combat podcast, a majority of them leave comments saying, oh, I discovered you guys through the Almost Human page. So it's mind-blowing, you know. I mean, and what a community, and what a strange 10 years it's been since I've been doing this, you know. It's been amazing, you know, and I hope there's a few other 10 more years left, man, because who knows how much longer I have left here. You know, I'm getting up there in age, but you know what, man, the heart and the mind is still young, because I still am that same kid with the double platinum album in 1978 when I first bought it, and my first Sabbath, Paranoid, even earlier than that, and ELO and Kansas and all that shit. I loved all that shit as a little kid, and I still feel that way. I still get the same charge and excitement when I hear newer bands. And don't let people tell you there's no new bands out there. And some of you that say that, look into it, man. If you like heavy metal, then here's a fucking plug. Check out a band called Midnight Malice from Canada. They're amazing. And I can go on and on. There's so many killer bands out there. But anyway, so enough of me. So this was pretty much a video about me and Paul Stanley. How do you like those apples? So I just made this video, but basically it really is about this channel being up for 10 years. And I want to thank everybody out there that's been subscribed, that support, that leave comments, that's been banned. I thank you too. I thank everybody out there that digs what I do, man. It means a lot to me. And I hope some people in New York come out to see me March 18th, 2017 at Blackthorn Club in Queens, New York. Blackthorn 51, I think it's called that. Blackthorn with numbers, just remember that. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. And hopefully I'll have something up soon. I got one more thing to say. You guys saw that I'm giving you an update on the Kiss songs I did. Yeah, now it's almost 7 a.m. so I'm starting to get sleepy. The Kiss songs that I did are being mixed and mastered. I think they should be out soon. I don't want to give a release date because it's always something happens and gets mixed, pushed back. But you know, I heard come Monday, it is Saturday morning now. Monday I'm going to the studio to hear, they did backing vocals on it, guitar solos and bass. So I have to listen, approve, and then it'll be mixed and mastered. So all the recording's done, as I understand. I believe everything is done. So hopefully within a month February, you know, or sooner. No, it's almost February now. Well, so hopefully in the month of February it'll all be out, and hopefully there'll be a video for calling Dr. Fuck. I already filmed a few girls that I know doing the little chorus parts. And that's about it, my friends. I can talk more and more about myself, but I guess I gave you the gist of it. Maybe in future episodes, if you want to know more about Dr. Fuck, you know, like what's my favorite color, ask and I'll do it. Maybe I'll do another Ask Dr. Fuck Kiss edition soon. Don't ask questions yet. If you ask a question, I am not going to answer it. Just wait till I put up that video. So thank you very much, everybody, and here's to another 10 years, and hopefully there'll be a lot more videos coming up in 2017 that you all want to see. Thank you so much. Later.